Hello, world. I hope all is well and all is right. It's another beautiful day. It's freezing outside, but I hope everybody's staying warm. God bless you, and I hope you get something out of the day. I figured I'd go over something that's been a big influence in my life, and I think people can probably relate to what I'm talking about. It's the 12 steps: Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, Gambling Anonymous. There's probably some other anonymous groups that uh, I failed to mention or do not know about because there's a lot of them out there. But they all go off pretty much the same principles, and I'm going to do my best to try to share them with you today. So, starting with number one, we admitted that we were powerless over alcohol and that our lives had become unmanageable. Now, we don't have to say alcohol. It could be drugs. It could be smoking cigarettes, them damn Newports, those Marlboros, Camel Crush. Hey, the vapes are crazy. I don't know what it is about them. It's got you feeling like you got to have it in your hand or in your pocket or blowing smoke clouds 24/7. I don't know, but I'm thinking about stopping. Who knows what they put in them things. So don't get caught up if I say alcohol. This isn't just for alcoholics. It's for everybody. We've always tried to include everybody, but that's what it says. It says alcohol. That's what the 12 steps was built on. They are the original 12 steppers. They came up with the 12-step program. So, I don't want to take that away from them. They're the OGs of this shit. Started in Ohio, up there in LeBron James territory, Akron. But it's very hard for people to admit to being powerless over something. And sometimes in life, we don't even realize that we are powerless. We just kind of accept things for what they are. And addiction is cunning, baffling, powerful. It sneaks up on us, right when we think that we do have everything under control. That's usually when it hits the worst. It's when things spiral out of control or something slips, falls, or, some people are better catching it than others. Some people's more on top of their game than other people. Some people deal with depression a little different than others. Some people's addiction's a little worse, Some drugs, they'll take you down that road. Some drugs might just make you lose a couple pounds and make your face break out. Other drugs be happening, talking to Casper the Ghost and singing with Elvis. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever it is in your life, whether it's a drug, whether it's a situation at work, whether it's a situation in a relationship that you're in, something that you're going through, if you're hitting on that DraftKings a little too much, when you got to think, should I make this bet or should I go get food for the house or whatever it is that that you're dealing with or struggling with, somebody out there can relate to you because they're struggling with something too or have struggled with the same thing that you are. Now, if saying powerless over something is a problem for you, then look at it like this. The first step to working on a problem, it is admitting that you have one. So, figure out what it is that you need to work on. Admit that you need to work on it, even if it's only admitting it to yourself. Get to work. Number two, I'm going to give you a peace sign. Number two, come to believe a power greater than yourself could restore you to sanity. Believing that you can't do everything on your own. Because if you could, we wouldn't be having this conversation. AA, 12 steps, NA, those programs, they've been around a long time. To me, this is the most important step. I feel like we start praying for help long before we're ever ready to admit that we have a problem. I don't think it's hard to admit that there are things out there that are bigger than ourselves. To me, a higher power, it doesn't have to be a religious thing. Merriam-Webster's dictionary, their definition of a higher power is a spirit or being, such as God, that has great power, strength, knowledge, etc., and can affect nature and the lives of people. Find something in your life that drives you to be a better person. Find something you believe in wholeheartedly that you can lean on no matter how heavy your burdens get. For me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. I believe in the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. That's my higher power. You might choose a different path in sobriety. Get a program and work it your way. Nothing's set in stone. If you're trying something and it's not working out for you, then try something different. Number 3, you make a decision to turn your will and your lives over to the care of God as you understood Him. Everybody's God's not the same. Some people go to baptism. So turn our life over to the care of God as we understood Him. Our will and our lives over. And doing that and saying it's two different things. Find you something to believe in, whatever that is. Lean on your higher power. Pray, talk, ask questions. Trust it. We don't all do it the same way, and that's okay. Number 4, take some time with this one. It's important. Make a searching and moral inventory of ourselves, like an internal audit. Be completely honest with yourself about the person you are and about the things that you're dealing with, the things you're going through. Take a look at your life and figure out what it is that's important to you. Make a list of 10 priorities and see if you got them in the right place. All right, here we go. Number 5, admit it to God, ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. When you get done doing that internal audit and taking that inventory of yourselves, you have a better understanding of who you are, what you're dealing with. You've shared it with someone, and you've created some accountability in your life and in your program. Number 6, we're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. So you've recognized what you got to work on, and now you're getting yourself ready. Just because you smoke don't mean you can throw it away tomorrow. You can. It's just being willing and ready to do that. What I'm getting at is some changes in life are not an immediate change. Sometimes things take a day or two to get worked out. So bigger changes in life, we understand things don't happen overnight. And you know what your priorities are. So start with the most important ones. Number 6, we're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. You've taken inventory. You've recognized that there are some things you need to work on. You've taken a leap of faith and you've shared it with someone. Now it's time to become the person that you want to be. You start replacing bad decisions with smart decisions. Negative friends with more family time or time for yourself. Time to open a new chapter in your life. Number 7, humbly ask Him to remove all of our shortcomings. Actually, being humble enough to forget about yourself and being well-liked, being humble enough to ask for help. We sometimes lack the perspective to see that character building and spiritual values have to come first. If you don't have a strong set of core values and an inkling of who you are and some self-awareness, then material and self-satisfaction, they'll get you every time. They will always be the purpose of living. Whenever we have to choose between character or comfort, we usually go for the comfort. The character building gets lost in the dust. We're chasing after what we think's making us happy. That endless pursuit of happiness. Chasing after this or chasing after that. Real happiness doesn't come in a bottle or a pill. So, just know what you're chasing. Number 8. Made a list of all persons you've had harmed and become willing to make amends. Everyone does this step differently. If you're in an AA program and you got a sponsor, they'll encourage you to take your time with the steps. fully worked them through. And I feel like by the time you've made it this far, you've found a higher power, you've taken inventory, you've shared it with someone. And as far as the amends go, I think sometimes some things are better left alone, and sometimes writing a list keeps us from actually apologizing. So if there's someone out there that you need to make amends to, then do it. Don't let the list keep you from doing the right thing. Number 9, make direct amends wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. So use some common sense. Some things are better left alone. Sometimes you don't have to say anything at all. Sometimes someone seeing you do better is amends enough. That's all they need, is to see you trying to do better, to know that you're on the right path, or at least making some kind of making that effort or having a good intention means a lot. You know, if a person knows you got a good heart, they'll let you get by with a lot. Number 10, continue to take personal inventory, and when we're wrong, promptly admitted it. To me, this just means staying up on your game, and when you're wrong, admit it. You've come too far and let go of too much to start carrying around all that baggage again. So if you wrong someone, apologize to them. They'll appreciate it, and so will you. Number 11, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understand Him, praying only for the knowledge of His will and the power to carry that out. Stay tuned in to your higher power. It's a relationship, so treat it like one. Put yourself on the back burner for a while and let God lead you. Number 12, and this is the final step. Having had a spiritual awakening and a result of these steps, we try carrying this message to other people and to practice these principles in all our affairs. So whatever you're doing, wherever you're at, make sure you are who you are at all times. Don't be Bobby to Cindy and Tommy to Betty. You know, be Mike 24/7. Find you a strong set of core values, things that you believe in, that you really truly believe in. That way, holding on to your integrity and being the person that you want to be is not going to be hard for you to do. If something's important to you, then act like it. It's the Point of Impact Podcast. I'm glad you joined us. I can't wait to see you again.